Rich Cuts presents a Black Pearl Productions. Monumental.
Black Boom. Muddy Waters.
Unfortunately, this is how they made us. So yeah, there's things that I won't tolerate, and there's a lot of things that I will tolerate. But it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But don't think for one moment that I won't do or say anything about the things that I do tolerate. So don't get mad at me when I say something about the things I do tolerate, because I'm just like you. So with that being said, let's get into this. You know what I'm saying? Emotions. That's what they can never replicate. They can never emulate emotion. The reason psychopath. Most psychopaths are successful because they don't deal with that emotion shit. They deal with strategy. It's all information to them, like a fucking computer. You know what I'm saying? The reason they able to cover their fucking tracks the way they do is because most people doing shit and be nervous and anxious shit, fuck around and forget something. Psychopaths don't have it. They do what they do and go around and check off the list, unaffected by the whole emotional thing. So the reason, he says this digital thing could never beat the human with emotions. That's our superpower.
Kid.
Time to finish what I started. It's a beautiful feeling to know I put my heart in. I'm all in. Picking up the broken pieces. I done had my share of lessons and no life a teacher. This beat be talking to my soul like it was a preacher. This for them late nights on the road, so turn up your speaker flow, call, turn up the heater. Bet on me, go all in. If I try and I fail, I'ma try it again. I won't stop until I win. Time to finish what I started. It's a beautiful feeling to know I put my heart in. I'm all in. Everything I wanna know, I'm really about to have it to it.
Nigga, regardless of how you see it, clones and all this other shit, they can't replicate emotion. It's all learning.
They can't replicate spirit.
Right. It's all learning machines. A psychopath is a learning machine. A psychopath knows how to act as a person, as a human, by watching other humans. They don't feel it internally. It's not, smile because it's funny or, feel empathy and all that shit. It's all, they looking around at other people like, yo, why is everybody crying and shit? What the fuck happened? Why am I the only one not crying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what the fuck is wrong with these people. Like, if everybody around that motherfucker crying, something happened. That was emotional. I'm not fucking on feeling like that shit. I don't know. In his head, he looking at the sad or whatever situation, it's like, yeah, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? That's why a psychopath ain't necessarily violent, inherently violent. A psychopath is just somebody who ain't got no fucking conscience. And also, you know, most of these, in order to be successful, you gotta kind of be that way. It's all numbers and shit. I don't care about none of the stories and all that. Get that nigga about it. You know what I'm saying? A sociopath becomes that. Psychopath is born that. Come out with that. Sociopath is created. Nature versus nurture. That whole thing. Like, you know. And it's just funny how he used that term.
You said
humans with emotions.
You said a sociopath is created and a psychopath is born?
Yeah, sociopath created trauma and shit. That's why they say, you know, the elite treat their kids a certain way. They beat all the empathy and emotion out of them at a young age. That's what MK Ultra is about. Removing that, creating different identities, multiple identities in one person. But the person ain't necessarily in control of it. Whoever, you know, programmed him or her is in control of that. The subject don't even really know that that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fucking machine. So, I don't know, it's just funny that he chose those words. This matrix, this digital shit will never beat us. Because we got what they don't have. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so
Which is soul. Soul, spirit. You can't put that in a complete.
it's okay. The reason, you know, the term emotion. If you notice, emotion is kind of demonized now. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't know how to control that. Don't know what the right way is to deal with their emotional shit, man. We live in a fucking psycho society.
Investigative committee has, since its inception on July 10th, 2020, heard testimony from more than 110 highly respected experts from all over the world on the questions of how dangerous is the virus, how dangerous are the anti-corona measures to human life and health and to the economy, and how reliable is the trust PCR test underlying all these measures worldwide. Well, in the meantime, even the WHO has conceded that the virus, regardless of whether it is fully or semi-artificial or natural, is no more dangerous than the common flu, with an infection fatality rate of 0.14%. And accordingly, Singapore
Play that again.
has removed all measures.
The whole shit.
No, that part right
These
there.
measures are as deadly and destructive as a third world is no more reliable. Is
Go
the
back a
custom
little bit.
PCR
Let me
test
see.
underlying
More
all
than that?
these measures
Easy.
worldwide. Well, in the meantime, even the WHO has conceded that the virus, regardless of it, or of those on the other side, but in humans, humanity with emotions will always prevail over digitalization and artificial intelligence. I say this after the Berlin Corona Investigative Committee has, since its inception on July 10th, 2020, heard testimony from more than 110 highly respected experts from all over the world on the questions of how dangerous is the virus, how dangerous are the anti-corona measures to human life and health and to the economy, and how reliable is the Drosten PCR test underlying all these measures worldwide. Well, in the meantime, even the WHO has conceded that the virus, regardless of whether it is fully or semi-artificial or natural, is no more dangerous than the common flu, with an infection fatality rate of 0.14%. And accordingly, Singapore agrees and has removed all measures. These measures are as deadly and destructive.
What happened?
Stop.
I ain't stopping. But anyway, You heard what he just said. It's been shown that this virus is no more deadly than the flu.
I don't know how it was. It's my first time.
I thought you said August.
That's what the article was on. I don't know that video.
Has conceded that the virus, regardless of whether it is fully or semi-artificial or natural, is no more
Keep stopping.
dangerous are the anti-corona measures to human life and
Because I
health.
want people to hear this shit.
And how reliable is the thrust of PCR test underlying all these measures worldwide? Well, in the meantime, even the WHO
No
has considered
more
the virus, regardless of
dangerous
whether it is
than the
fully or
flu.
semi-artificial.
And a 99% chance of recovery.
Did I talk about that letter, man? On your shit?
Yeah, you talking about the letter that your people sent you.
What you think?
Did you talk about it?
I don't know.
No, we ain't talked about it.
All right, so a friend of mine, close friend, he's a successful guy, at his job, very successful, serious guy. Sent me a letter from an important person in the company he works for, and I ain't gonna say exactly what the letter say, because I ain't trying to step on my toes. But pretty much pleading with the employees to. Okay, so he sends this shit to me, and I read it, and I told him, "Yeah, this shit sound like a hostage letter, nigga, like somebody tied up in the basement, nigga." And he's like, "Yeah," and it's pretty much the guy pleading with all of the employees to, find it in your heart. Take the goddamn shot. It ain't gonna hurt you. You think I would try to hurt you? Me? I just implore you to just, for me, do it for me. And, this particular individual, he's not interested in doing it. But it's not even necessarily about, well, it is ultimately, it's all the same shit. It's just different tactics. The environment they create at the job, nigga. You got people who feel pretty strongly either way, because that's the environment they created. People feel comfortable. Belief. Belief is real, nigga. You think I'm gonna listen to you over the doctor, that whole thing? So at the job, it's like, if you take the shot, you get these bonuses, these gifts. You get to walk around without a mask, and you don't have to take the tests. So the motherfuckers who took the shot, they walk around, they're like, yeah, you gotta wear the mask.
So, oh man.
Oh, y'all niggas gotta stay after today, because y'all gotta take the test. I'm going to the house.
Some prejudice shit against them.
You know what I'm saying? So
the unshottable.
And it's not a situation where it's like religion, just choose what you want to do. It's like, please be a Christian. For me, right? How is it not, nigga? I happen to be, a pagan, Satanist. Please worship Satan for me. And motherfuckers is like, well, if it's gonna make the situation at work more comfortable, I'm gonna go ahead and get me a goddamn devil Bible and shit. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfuckers who see through it and know better is like, sure you want to do that? Like, is it that important to you? Is it worth it to you? All that. So I said, take a fucking shot. It's about making your life more comfortable. And it's not like picking a religion because it's the motherfucker on top. Please be a Christian, like me, like us.
That's some hellified pressure, though, boy.
Nigga, that's what I'm saying. That's what
That's
they
some
do.
hellified pressure because now you put your family in a bad situation.
And, you know, and beyond that, the schools and shit, colleges and shit,
Right.
picking sides. So, here is this friend of mine who happened to have a kid that's damn near ready to go to college and shit. And now this whole thing is introduced. You know what I'm saying? So if he get in that work, he get in that fucking
Get it
at home,
double dose.
double shit, that's all, nigga. Like 100% of your life. And you know his significant other gotta have an opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? Shit tearing up homes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just niggas like, yeah, my wife believed the moon, somebody walked on the moon and shit. But I love her. She my wife. It's like, my wife want me to take this shot that I know is probably gonna kill me and shit. And I know better, but she listen to CNN, nigga. So what am I supposed to do? She believe that shit.
Told you, I done seen
And we used to watch CNN together till I started seeing how ridiculous the shit is. And I was like, I'm watching this shit. I'm watching it. I will fucking watch it. 6 months down the line, nigga, you disconnected from that whole shit. You don't watch it anymore. But she do. You see through that whole vaccine shit, but she don't. She believe that shit she see on TV.
shot.
What? Shot. I see. Fuck. Don't say that. I watching it anyway. So, you know, what do you do? There's so many contradicting shit.
Get a divorce. No, I'm just joking.
Get a divorce. That's kind of what they want. They want destruction, nigga. It's all gonna help their plan. Why not? Fuck it. These motherfuckers gonna listen. Matter of fact, let's even take it a step further. You don't want to take the shot? We gonna make it to where the shot gonna get you anyway.
How that?
Science is out there, nigga. Alright, so another friend of mine, you know.
Heard about breathing in the particles and shit.
Right, that whole thing. What do you call it? Shedding, nigga? These words, nigga. So, another friend of mine sent me this other article, about imperfect vaccinations.
You talking about the one you emailed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, we gotta put the links and shit. So,
I ain't finished reading it yet, but it was interesting.
Imperfect vaccination can enhance the transmission of highly virulent pathogens. What? Fuck. Imperfect vaccination. Wow. Can enhance the transmission. Enhance?
What is
the transmission of highly virulent pathogens?
What is an imperfect vaccine?
I don't even need to read no more.
Right. That's why I hadn't read it all, because I read that part and I was like, what? I don't know if I should even go any further. That was enough for me.
And you know what? So, you know, he sent this shit to me yesterday, which was fucking Sunday. He sent me this Sunday morning. You know, what's on my head and shit throughout the day. Just trying to wrap my head around the shit. And like around last night, I'm on Instagram, ingesting my nonsense for the day. And fuck around, I see Joe Rogan talking about this same motherfucking article. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And Rogan is a highly sought out person.
So that's a first. Same day.
Read that part to him right there. The introduction. All the way down to the first two paragraphs.
Infectious agents can rapidly evolve in response to health intervention. 1. Here we ask whether pathogen adaptation to vaccinated hosts can result in the evolution of more virulent pathogens. Defined here to mean those that cause more or faster mortality in unvaccinated hosts. Vaccination could prompt the evolution of more virulent pathogens in the following way. It is usually assumed that the primary force preventing the evolutionary emergence of more virulent strains is that they kill their hosts and therefore truncate their own infectious period. If so, keeping hosts alive with vaccines that reduce disease but do not prevent infection,
Go ahead.
replication, and transmission, so-called imperfect quote-unquote vaccines, could allow more virulent strains to circulate.
Read that one again.
No, nigga, leave me alone.
Read that again.
Natural selection will even favor their circuit. They got it on video, nigga. They can play it back. Natural selection will even favor their circulation if virulent strains have a higher transmission in the absence of host death or are better able to overcome host immunity. Thus, life-saving vaccines have the potential to increase mean disease virulence of a pathogen population, as assayed in unvaccinated hosts.
Okay. Now, what do you get out of the term natural selection, the way it's reading?
It's going to work itself out. If your body ain't strong enough to fucking beat it, then you die. If your immune system is strong enough to beat it, then you die.
And that's natural selection. So once the body dies, the virus dies.
Right.
So when you're doing unnatural shit, then something is just harboring. Because it's keeping you.
It's not the unnatural. It's the insanity. We gonna put something in you that's not gonna fight this thing. It could be in your system, but you won't know it because you'll have none of the symptoms.
And it's just keeping you.
And it's just festering.
Festering.
So,
Harboring, festering.
So it's doing what it does, unharbored, but you don't know it. So now here you are, quote unquote, contagious, allegedly, it's all shit. So, you know, that's what it sounds like. That's what the fuck it's described. It's keeping them motherfuckers alive.
Allegedly.
It's like we incubators. They making us into incubators. Like,
that's a good.
Some
That's a
old
good
fucking
term for it.
Night of the Creep shit, nigga.
That's a good term for it, incubator.
Fucking, what's that shit? Invasion and body snatchers and shit. Like fucking, like you got rabies, but you don't have none of the symptoms. So you contagious as fuck. You fuck around and bite somebody and they get rabies.
Can I ask a question? Just for conversation now. Why do you continue?
But you ain't even gotta bite it, because it's
Why
coming off of your
Why you continue to say allegedly, alleged?
shit falling off like skin cells.
Let's talk about that.
What?
Alleged. Why you keep saying alleged?
Oh, none of the shit's true.
Why?
Oh,
Why you feel like you don't know?
no what? If it's true?
Yeah. Or false? I would say because I don't feel like we're getting all the information that we need.
Well, I look at it like this.
That's why we.
The people that. Okay, I had this chick tell me one time. Why would you believe it if there's not multiple references? That's how journalism works. You gotta find multiple references to confirm your point. And I was like, in theory, that's how it's supposed to be. But if all of those references go to the same reference to confirm their shit, how much power do they have? Like,
sound like a whole bunch of
you tell me not to believe
regurgitated shit.
Yeah, you tell me not to believe these people,
but these people got their references from them.
No, don't be putting words in my mouth, man.
I ain't putting words in your mouth. That's just what I'm hearing from you.
So, you tell me not to listen to those people. But the people that you claim have references and shit are coming from the same source.
Nigga, I just said that, nigga. You making shit complicated.
So, what the fuck, nigga?
Right.
I got people who can't, if they wanted to be, they couldn't be licensed in what they do because they don't go by their fucking story. I got intellectuals, quote unquote, who I consider intellectuals, who this is what they do, research and shit. They truly, honestly, sincerely looking for truth or, confirmation of certain things. For whether it be for their profession or just for themselves. And most of them niggas don't go with the mainstream narrative. All of them. None of them niggas go with the mainstream narrative. The facts and what's presented is so far away from each other at this point. We ain't just talking about some JFK bullet to the head shit. Like it's in our house now, nigga. Like, niggas leave the house and come back home and shit, and they want me to be looking at them like, nigga, I hope you ain't bring that virus in here.
That's real shit.
Oh, damn, I can't even get a hug? Yeah, I'll give you a hug. And motherfuckers was talking about records. So, allegedly is, who the fuck knows?
That's what allegedly.
I personally haven't seen COVID. This thing. I haven't seen somebody in good health get so sick that they die. Personally. I've heard of, I know a couple people that say they sick now with quote unquote COVID. I know people that got sick and fuck around and went and got tested. And guess what? It was positive for COVID.
The sheriff in Mississippi.
Shit like that. But he took the vaccine.
Right.
Or did he?
He did.
I know he died of COVID. So.
Yeah. But he was vaccinated.
So I seen some shit. A motherfucker went and got the shot of CVS, nigga, and caught a seizure right there at the spot. And they had to call an ambulance and drag his ass up out of there. And there's still a line to the fucking shot. Oh, go ahead. Take the stretcher, get his seasoned ass up out of here so I can get my shot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that motherfucker. Oh, he having a seizure? Oh, he just got the shot? Oh, all right. Well, get his ass up out of here so I can hurry to get mine.
You don't care nothing about what you say.
What? Huh?
You don't care nothing about what you say.
What you mean?
You just say.
Say what? What I say?
Talking about the man who just had a seizure and people still just
get his seasoned ass up out of here so I can get my shot. I ain't gonna seize though, like his ass. I don't know what's wrong with him. He must have had pre-existing conditions, so. I know I've seen it, but I don't believe it.
American public about
Yeah. Fully vaccinated Mississippi sheriff found dead in his home after positive COVID-19 test. I didn't see you send me this.
What up?
Court awards millions to 2 children with autism.
So what name?
Court awards millions to 2 children with autism.
They paying him out all the time. That's why this shit's so stupid. It's not like Motherfuckers ain't getting paid all the time from vaccines.
So they have a program called the Federal Vaccine Injury Compensation Program.
The whole thing, the whole organization just for that. And they playing it like, why y'all acting like vaccines be hurt?
Right.
Why y'all acting like we got a track record of experimenting with y'all? Why y'all acting like we really be making people autistic? Why y'all acting like we really be giving people like early onset dementia and shit? Early onset Alzheimer's and shit. All that shit is fucking spiking.
When there's a 99.9% chance of survival, that's just to give hope and calm this fear down
Yeah, my homeboy.
to the unvaccinated. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you're already vaccinated, I don't know what to tell you. Good luck.
He told me, man, you still gotta get enjoyment out of life.
What that
I'm
mean?
just saying, man, you know, don't let it weigh too heavy on your head. I've been doing this shit fucking more than 10 years. Shit don't like to worry. I know you worry, nigga, because you've been living in fucking denial, getting rich and dying trying. Now that shit hitting you like the time.
You say what?
Getting rich and dying trying?
Getting rich and dying trying. Not get rich and die trying. Getting rich.
You get rich and dying trying. But that shit hitting you like a ton of bricks.
Oh boy.
You know, it ain't like I feel for niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't worry about it like it's hard to come to terms with. So used to believe in certain things.
So what you
But I
think?
already went through all that shock, denial, those stages of grief shit.
What you think about this?
The whole stages of grief shit.
I think I showed you that. That right there is, now that nigga don't give a damn neither. But I sometimes you gotta clap your hand to even crazy ass shit. Or
Kanye literally just told the entire Lakewood Church on live TV this morning to protect their kids because the entertainment industry puts images and symbolism in their movies and TV shows to make them stop thinking for themselves and make it easier for them to accept everything they watch. Nobody clapped.
Nobody.
So Kanye stood there for 2 to 3 seconds and said, y'all can go research that. Kanye just told people to protect their kids and do some research on Hollywood symbolism. At church. What church you was at?
Old boy church.
Who?
The dude right there.
Who's that from? Who's that?
You just said the name, Lakewood Church. That's what's that dude's name?
You tell me, nigga, I don't know.
I've seen him on TV. The shit, let me show you.
Oh, white man.
Yeah, that guy right there.
You think people see that?
Yeah, you can see it. That guy. I've seen him. I can't remember his name.
Joe Osteen.
Joe Osteen, that's his name. Yeah. I bet he was. I wonder how he was like when Kanye started saying it. I can imagine the expression on his face, like.
It's the same man that was like, nah, I know it's flooding and shit, people dying, but you ain't coming to my church, nigga. Hell no, nigga. I gotta pay to get these carpets cleaned and shit. These pews. I gotta pay to get these buffed and polished. Take your bum ass to the Salvation Army. Or to goddamn Mount Zion up the street. You ain't coming to my big church.
Go to Mount Zion.
Go to the nigga church.
Oh.
They're used to that kind of thing.
So check this out. moving on from that, the whole copper situation. I mean, not copper, carbon. Being that carbon is a very important element in the world and on the earth, for the earth.
The most important. Probably, I guess, scientists.
Right. But why is it being, trying to be eliminated? If we give off carbon,
Give off.
if we give off carbon,
You made out of carbon.
right. If we give off carbon, and the plants take in carbon and give back oxygen, then eliminating carbon wouldn't that damn destroy the earth?
I ain't no scientist.
I'm just saying, speaking intellectually and thoughtfully about the situation.
Describe it how it worked again.
Carbon is in everything.
Oh no, just the whole relationship.
We give
plants.
off carbon.
Okay.
Plant life.
Hold up. We give off carbon. What we take in?
Oxygen.
Okay. We take in oxygen. Then what?
We give off carbon. We create
Carbon what? Carbon dioxide.
Dioxide.
Fine. Then what the plants do?
They feed off our carbon and turn it into oxygen for us.
Wow. Simple, just like that? That's just how it works?
That's what we were told. Yeah, man. That's why I learned in them.
So you mean to tell me, like, humans and plants, like, kind of work together?
Relation.
Just directly, just like that.
We
breathe in oxygen, process it, and breathe out carbon dioxide. And they breathe in carbon dioxide, process it, and breathe out oxygen? Wow. That makes sense.
I mean, your man P even said we closer to vegetables than.
So that's why people be having plants in their house. Probably be some good ass air too, huh?
Definitely, because it's taking in all the carbon.
Wow. So what were you saying about what? What they got to do? Said something about they trying to do away with carbon.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Shit, I was just reading something about
Well, I remember Bill Gates.
reducing carbon emissions.
The carbon emission, that one. So the whole TED Talks with Bill
Which I don't think that's what they saying when they say carbon. I think they talking about niggas.
Don't do that. You know, we're gonna have to put peace shit on here before we.
Definitely.
So what's the point?
But
we ain't really talk about that. That whole relationship with plants.
there it is. Because he said it. You see it when we put it out. He said we are close to them vegetables.
Not that. I'm talking about the relationship with carbon dioxide. That whole transition. That whole transaction. Humans and plants. It's amazing. Animals probably do the same thing, right? Breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide.
That's a good question.
Yeah. So it seems like there's a relationship that's supposed to happen there, right?
Right. So why would you
It's
kill
a pretty
it?
simple thing.
Why would you kill it all?
Why would you try to take away one of those elements of that simple transaction?
We did get into that with Pito.
So,
because he even took it to the pineal.
Right. Well, so with that being said, right, P explored the whole other side of the carbon. You know, just think, man. You gotta start putting motherfuckers out there.
I'm about to work on.
Us talking like now, sound kind of crazy.
Right, I'm gonna work on. We're gonna have a clip out today.
Right. So, man, ain't nobody been liking my shit. I put the new channel out. I ain't get one like it.
It's all about the info.
Yeah, right. But so
might not be for now. Might be
yeah,
later.
Ain't stopping it. But it is kind of funny. But so it's kind of crazy how the whole we only see it from America's standpoint. I don't really. So the way America is, this whole global warming thing, we got to get rid of carbon and shit. Just is nonsense.
It is.
It's like saying get rid of oxygen.
If it's already here, then obviously it must be here for a reason.
Well, no, I don't want to say that.
Hmm?
Because we do a lot of fucked up shit, burning oil and shit and all that shit. Nuclear and all that shit. We are destroying the world. Don't get me wrong. Not we. These motherfuckers destroying the world. You know. But they present it like it's a carbon thing. The whole world present it like it's a carbon thing. Global warming, climate change, and all that shit. We got to smack down the carbon emissions. You know, I'm no fucking scientist, but it can't be as simple as removing carbon if we know carbon is necessary. That's aside from the whole melody thing. You know, just in those terms, just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But what we talking?
The whole carbon thing. But we don't have to stay on that. Because that's going to be, you know, explained when we drop this other, when we drop peace shit. Man. It's going to bring shed some light on some stuff.
Yeah, you have to edit this all up. You speaking in past tense, they're gonna see it before this one. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's talk about something other than this one. Unless you want to put this one on. Well, I guess you can't even do that. Put this one out first.
Mm-mm. No, we can't. We can just go ahead and drop this. You know, we got 40 in, we can go ahead and drop it. Then that'll kind of introduce him. You feel me?
Right.
Say the children, man.
Oh, you just gonna cut it off right there?
Unless you got something else to say. I was looking for some more stuff. Oh yeah,
You think we need to do a better job promoting shit?
Promoting what we promoting.
We promote that shit.
Huh?
We start promoting that shit.
Oh yeah. That's cool. Oh, and shout out to Taylor Soul Food in Rock Hill, South Carolina, man, who let us do our thing in their great establishment. I don't think I got to see it on the episode, but shout out to them.
Yeah, man, food is good too, man.
Oh yeah, good food, good food.
Taylor Soul Food, Albright.
688 Albright Road, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Check them out, man. Yeah, everything. Everything. Hot dogs, hamburgers, collard greens, macaroni cheese, oxtails. But what you got?
Oh, what?
You had something else you talking about? Hebrew coins, the Jews that ruled Europe. Things that are not being taught to us. I sent you that. You didn't see the caption though.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent you that. No, just basically that, you know, there was already a means of currency before the currency we have now. So this ain't nothing new, man. I don't know. I don't know what's entailed in this new currency, because remember we was talking about spells, and I was saying, cause I had asked you about roots. You know, in order to, some roots are cast by having a possession of another person. So could money be a way of putting roots on people? It was just a thought.
See how that would work.
Because it ain't really ours. You get you work for it, but
Yeah, well, it
It
ain't
really
really
old.
be the money itself. It be whatever you got on it. Exchange it. Now you got
I mean, you see all the crazy shit on that on money.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
The fucking damn all seeing eye, the pyramid and all that
potentially,
shit.
like, you get somebody shoes and shit. That you should money. Money, I guess it would have to be like put something on the money. Here you go. Now that whatever's on the money is with that person. Then the nigga gonna spend it. So you gonna have long enough to do that. I don't know how that shit work. I don't heard some stories though.
About
You know, women burying motherfucking shoes in the yard and a nigga can't leave and shit like that. Who knows?
yeah, man. You got anything else you want to talk about, or we just gonna conclude this little short episode?
Yeah. We said. I mean, we didn't really talk about that first little clip. Ron Format shit.
Who?
German lawyer. We discussed that before. That was just like, you know what I'm saying? About the vaccines.
Yeah, go check out the Nuremberg. The Nuremberg.
Go check out shit. We gonna put them links on that motherfucker.
I think it's a lot of links. We put links on that Nuremberg episode though.
What we gonna do from now on, man. This shit more professional.
Yeah, check it out. Muddy Water, MUDDYWADDA on YouTube. Black Boone on Instagram. Ritz Cuts on Instagram. Say the children, man.